Welcome back to another Habs Nation with hockey coach Guru Coach Frenchy Quiz for the beautiful country of Thailand. An amazing, great Labor Day weekend on the Sunday night, September 3rd, 2023. This is not the last show of the season 3. We still have one more to go tomorrow night. We don't stop. We don't have Labor Day in Thailand. We have to work to show up with consistency. This is what we do here at the Hockey Nation. We try to bring you a lot of contents about the Montreal Canadiens, a couple of things about the NHL during the season. 2 more shows for season 3. And then Tuesday night, are you ready? What are you talking about? Tuesday night, September 5th. Here we go. We're going to tell you what's going to happen Tuesday night. If I can find it, the graphic. Here we go. If you want to hear a little bit more what is going to happen in season 4, we have a lot of great stuff is coming for the upcoming season. And I can't wait to do this presentation to you on the special night, on the Tuesday night, September 5th, 2023. Already 4 years we do the Hockey Nation. We start at the beginning with Michael Dividendo. So anyhow, that's what is happening this week. This is a big night. We are back this week, our normal schedule. We're going to start again one more week from Sunday night, like to where we're now, until Thursday night. And then after that, we're going to take a break a couple of days and then come back for a week. And then we're going to knock the door for the training camp for all the NHL. We are there, guys. We are about 10 days to 12 days before the beginning of everything. So a little bit more patient. By the way, this is the beginning of the September. We turn the month number 9 of the year 2023. And if you didn't reach your goal or you didn't reach what you're looking for, it's not over yet. We still have 4 months to do to win the year of the 2023. So don't give up. Keep up with your great work. I believe on each one of you, you can accomplish a lot of great things. It's a live, the game, the live is about mindset. That's it. That's all. A few people knock the door. I know it's a Liberty weekend. A lot of people on vacation. A lot of people do things family and with friends. This is the most important thing. This is the weekend. I believe for me, this is what you build your champion. I always say that I'll have a coaching every year. And this is the season start. Usually the last week in August. And then you have the Labor Day weekend. Every team do nothing. I would tell them, everyone, no day off. If you want to be a champion at the end of the year, you have to do work when nobody watching you. You do things when nobody do nothing. So you have a choice to step up every morning at 5 a.m. and get out of the bed and go on the treadmill or running outside. Or you can sleep until 9, 10 if you want to. This is the life of the game. The life of the game is about mindset. And that's what you're happening. That's what you build your champion right now this weekend. This is the Labor weekend to set up your champion. Anyhow, before we start the show tonight about the subject we have a great subject tonight. And I'm going to go deep. I know it's a Sunday night, Coach. It's a Labor Day weekend. You should not do it. Wait during the week. No. You miss it. You miss it. You have to show up. You have to be at the Hockey Nation every night at 9 o'clock Eastern Time. But honestly, tonight, guys, it's about the Montreal Canadiens training camp. No guarantee spot for the veteran players and for the rookies. So I'm going to go a little bit more deeper. I think you're going to really like the contents we got tonight. I'm going to have a lot of debate in the chat. I will not be surprised because some people prefer players. Some people love Jacky. Some people love RHP. And some people love Doc and Europe, whatever is your favorite players. So you're going to have some kind of debate, but with respect, that's the most important thing. But before we start, we welcome everybody. And let's start again with Mr. Conrad is in the house tonight. Welcome back, Mr. Conrad. Thanks to be with part of the Hockey Nation on the great Sunday night. Earth Driver UPS back in the house as directly for the beautiful, great city of Montreal. Mr. Gary Roadrunner Cournoyer is in the house tonight. Of course, sit at home in Nashville, Tennessee. The plays to Vanderbilt, the university, Mr. Sharks, back in the house tonight. Welcome back. I heard like the football college is start this weekend. That's what I heard. A lot of an upset. The Colorado won during the weekend, and this is the biggest upset of the football this weekend. That's the only thing I know. That's all. I don't know the score. I don't know again who. Oh yeah, it was Texas team, I believe. Is it true? I don't know. Anyhow, that's pretty much it. I don't follow too much football, but I heard some things. Roger Conrad is in the house tonight. Roger, welcome back in the house. Good evening, Mr. Riva. Leave Habs since 1917. I don't know you change your name. If you don't change your name, this is the first time you pop up here. We welcome you and the Hockey Nation family, the Habs Nation. Thanks to be a part of the show. If you are back here, welcome back. Enjoy the show with us. And again, if you have any question, guys, we don't have a specific time for the question, like 9:45, 10 o'clock. No. You have a question, put a little Q. And I'm really good to go in the feed. Tonight, not many people anyway. So any question you want to talk about, anything in hockey, prospect, junior, youth travel, whatever, bring it. Bring it on tonight. Coach is in shape this morning. Wake up at 5, and then I hit the gym at 6:15. And then I make some kind of preparation for the grand opening this morning. And I'm just filling up. I'm fired up right now. It's a Monday morning in Canadiens, and I have to hit the nail. I have to hammer the nail today. I have to be produced. I need to be on the right track. Keep the momentum. I think the live is about the game of the mindset with the mo. What is the mo, coach? It's a momentum. You have to show up every day. It's a momentum. Don't be distracted with things. It's not important. The phone, the Netflix, the PlayStation. Remove this in your life. You have to be at the Hockey Nation. No, just kidding. From Newfoundland, RDP's Buffalo Sabres back in the house. Moderador, number 1 of the night, pop up tonight as circulate York, and Toronto area, Mr. Luciano Graziano. Back from the house directly after a couple of practices afternoon at the WWE festivities in Arvada and Colorado. Mr. Willie Snyder back in the house tonight. Go Habs, go. My neighbor from Bangkok. Welcome back from Thailand. Mr. Roy is back in the house. Il est de retour avec nous ce soir. Mr. Roy, welcome back. Hopefully you're doing well, Mr. Roy. We miss you, and we wish the best for you to be with us at the great evening of the hockey. Got a gym membership. Here we go. That's what I'm talking about. RDP. Motivation, guys. I'm on fire, guys. Since August 1st, I try to do 45 workout per month. That's equal 1.5. And I hit 55, I believe, 56. I missed 5 workout in August. Right now, I'm day number 4 of the month and half, honestly, right? And I hit each one of them. I walk out in the morning about 50 to 75 minute wait, and then I walk the night. I cannot run anymore. I'm too old. Just kidding. Yeah, I'm old. Not kidding. It's just my knee bothering me when I run too much. So I walk on the speed, a little bit, speed walk. They call it speed walk. And I walk between 3.3 to 4 miles every night, 60 to 75 minutes. I have a loop, and I'm doing this. Sometimes I change the route, but that's what I do. 2 times per day. No excuse. Yeah, no excuse. And no excuse. You need to be helped. And yeah, no age. You hold to another excuse. Yeah, no age. It's about here. It's right here, boys. It's right here. You want to win the championship at the end of the year? It's right here. Start with the 7P, the process, the passion. I can go all the way like that. Look, I'm fire, guys. Be careful. I'm fire right now. I'm fire. I can go all the way this morning, this and that tonight. What about Mr. William McClary from Ontario, ready for his snowmobile tour in 2024? Welcome back in the house tonight. Thanks so much, William. We appreciate a lot you knock the door. Enjoy the rest of your night with your family or friends. About that, at no guarantee, William Nylanders. Our friend RJ Calabro, hopefully doing well. RJ got the COVID last couple of days. Hopefully your speed recovery, feel better, RJ. But the most important thing, we appreciate you take a time to be with the Hockey Nation show tonight. Here we go, Luciano. He's on fire right now. The Iron Man of this. We should do an Iron Man on the Habs Nation, Hockey Nation. RDP said Colorado. Yeah, I heard about that. There's a TCU. Here we go. That was the TCU. At some point, I was thinking about the Texas A&M, but TCU very upset about that. Number 17. Congratulations for the. That's sport. That's sport. That's sport. It's not the best team on paper win usually, or the team with the most talented win the games. It's the team show up, working hard, preparation. Anyhow, I'm getting there. The Colorado Buffaloes, RDP, he knows his football. Thanks so much, RJ. Coach should know the CU Buffalo and Boulder. Yeah, I don't know for a reason. Honestly, Willie, it's because I work with the Boulder Bison hockey youth program for a couple of years before we become the Colorado Rough Runners. So every time I'm talking about the Colorado University, we have Colorado State, right? And Fort Collins, everything like that, I'm always thinking about the Bison. I don't know why. Buffalo don't come in my head as the Bison. So I should call them the Colorado Bison. About that, what about our friend Ron with Kings? Moderna number 2 pop up tonight, directly from Utah. And our friend Double R, Rodney Redcliffe. He's in the house tonight. Welcome back. I think Tucker would be pushed for a roster spot, and Jacky product was surprised also. Here's the situation, guys, for the. I want to be sure, and the reason I'm doing this, I love to be here, is to give you the more information. Maybe you can learn something about the salary cap, about the rules, or about everything. So pay attention for the training camp, guys. All the players are not under contract with the Montreal Canadiens, cannot be there. So all the players at the NCAA, Lane Hudson, Alex Stock, Luke Talk, Simalik, and any other players that play an NCAA for the upcoming season cannot join the Montreal Canadiens for the training camp. Now, the player already started the season. Adam Engstrom, example. Oliver Kapanen, another one. Vincent Rover. Philip Eriksson. All those players cannot come to the training camp because of that one over there. And then you have the player play junior. Now, it's if you have no contract with the Montreal Canadiens, they cannot come to the camp. So possible they will let them play, like right now Jacky play this weekend. Jacky did what is it, coach? I don't know, right here. Yesterday Jacky did no point during the OHL preseason game in Pennsylvania again, the Brentford Bulldogs. We know the Bulldogs in the name, by the way. Anyhow, that's happening about that one. For that, Mr. Gary back in the house tonight. Welcome back. Coach, a little human contact is a healthy way to living. You're absolutely right about that. I agree with you, Gary. That's nothing wrong about that one there. Coach, walking backward is good too. Yeah, you can do it on the treadmill. You can do sideways if you want to. It's just in Thailand, it's too dangerous to go backwards. First, too many dogs. Secondly, the birds come to you like crazy around you. They don't hit me. I'm always thinking one day I'm going to get hit by the birds. No. They fly around you like crazy. And thirdly, the pavement is not straight. You have hole everywhere. It's up and down. And so I can imagine someone walk backwards on the sidewalk on the beach. That would be really interesting to see that. But yeah. Uh, that's a good one about this. Jimbo Slewfoot is in the house. Comment il va, mon Jimbo? My friend Russell knocked the door. Don't forget, guys, to click on the likes. And we have our friend Jose Duarte, number 3 of the house tonight. Welcome back, Jose, directly from upstate. Prayer and thought about your health and speed recovery, Jose. I smell a buyout coming this season for Armia. That'll be really hard. That would give Montreal Canadiens to pay Armia for many money, a lot of money for 4 years. It's a player who's going to be talk about this a bit later, but I think it will be a very bad move. And I'm supposed to talk about the template salary cap for its front team, and you cannot buy out players. This is a bad way to make business in hockey. Minnesota suffer right now. Ottawa Senator cannot sign Shane Pinto because there are 3 buyout on their budget. Cannot do that. I think this is a really bad move if they do that. You limit your movement about that. You still have only 2 years. I think they would keep Armia for 1 year before. They may be thinking about that the next year after that, but I would not do that. I think Kenya is going to use his magic to trade at some point, Mr. Joel Armia. About that, I will start calling them the CU Bison. They look like a new team. Here we go. I like it, Mr. Willie, about this one. Ron, do you think Mishka will go live with the Balal parents for a while? I don't know, but it's not looking good for Matvey and Michkov. They did not play over the weekend. It was out of the lineup, LT scratch. It's not easy to play on the CSKA, by the way. It's a really difficult team to make the lineup at a young age. On the flip side, they're one of the top best players of the NHL Draft 2024. Make the lineup, make the roster, and front of Mitch Cobb. Now, of course, you have some rumor, his character, his behavior, and you need to be this, and you need that. Now, maybe you're going to be loaned to another team like they did last year to play with a lower team, and then he can produce everything like that. So it would be interesting what's going to be the development of Matvey, the Mitchkov. But we knew this. We talk about this all summer about Mitchkov. If he play with CSKA, he's going to be limited by a TOI. He's not going to play every game. It's the same process with the best player been to that team for years. So it's not like a punish Mitchkov. Of course, you need to improve some certain things, but this is the reason why you take a chance with Mitchkov. The kid is talented, he's skill-wise. When is going to happening, we don't know. But this happening to him, and they have the Saga Fetodov, the goaltender, over there too. It's really... KHL, guys, is KHL. It is what it is at the end of the day. Jerry Willett is back in the house tonight. Carrie said good evening. Say hi to Carrie. I think in the app hours, so chill. You're welcome, Jerry. We appreciate, guys. We want to be grateful and thankful for each one of you pop up at the great celebration of the Labor Day weekend. Whenever you come here to click on the likes, we stay here for 1 minute to 20 minutes or all the show, guys. I just appreciate. Bottom of my heart, I was just saying to you, really thankful about that. To be a part of the show. Thank Coach. I did not know that. Not a problem, Rodney. That's the reason we come to the Hockey Nation. I cannot be perfect at 100% with everything I said about rules, but I try at least. If I don't know something, guys, you know what I do? I search. I go deep. this is the reason I need to be here every night to pop up with some kind of contents, the news and the rules. I need to know about the CBA. I need to know about the NHL PA contract. I need to know the rules about when you release someone and yeah, everything. Yeah, it's a lot of deeper question. Sometimes you need to be careful. Yeah, I don't know. Imagine, how many buyout you can get per year. How many buyout you can get on the if you retain money on the contract. How many of them you can do? Each player, how many they can get retained contract. It's really deep, but it's fun for me. I like to guess how many goals they did last year, what draft year it was, and then what it was selection, which pick it was selection. Um, that keep me my Alzheimer don't go nowhere yet. Keep me out of my Alzheimer. Crux is in the house tonight. Welcome back, my friend. We miss you, buddy. Hopefully doing well. Mr. Bergeron. Bonsoir, Mr. Rem Bergeron. Welcome back. By the way, guys, you don't know, we have another channel. It's called the Habs Nation on YouTube channel. We invite you to subscribe. It's a mix of English and French. The last two videos I did in French. I just want to test the people watching. They did not do very well. But it is what it is. I'd make a video. I will talk about this a bit later, but if you don't subscribe, we got every 3-4 days I make a video about the Montreal Canadiens. And that channel is going to be a lot of prospect conversation over there, and become, of course, the Laval Rocket at some point and the CHL. You're welcome, Jose. Léon Renaud est de retour avec nous. Welcome back, Renaud. Can the have gave Mitchkov a PDO? Unfortunately not, but Mitchkov is not easy right now. He's not very happy what's going on over there. I'm really good, Mr. Russell. Doing great. I'm in great shape, and I'm really happy. And one day at a time, 1 hour at a time, 1 minute at a time, and 1 second at a time. You never know. So keep your faith and keep your head straight. Hâte de voir qui va causer une surprise du camp, mon ami Gilbert. Pour la première fois, je crois, Gilbert, tu es avec nous. On te remercie beaucoup. J'espère que tu vas t'inscrire au channel et tu as déjà fait. Ben, merci beaucoup. Tu peux t'inscrire sur l'autre qui s'appelle Habs Nation live channel we have. I try my best to speak English. My English is not great, and I try my best to speak in French. I forget a lot of words in French, mon Gilbert. Très intéressant. What would be my player I'm looking for the camp, guys? I want to see what it look like. Rebecca Mailloux, Joshua Roy, Sean Farrell. Those players, what they look like, again, the higher players, the more physical, the more experienced players. This is the one. And then I want to see the Elias Anderson. I will talk about him a bit later, but this is a player I'm looking for too, to see that. And always every year, il y a absolument Gilbert. Gilbert, tu as bien raison. Il y a toujours un joueur qui... qu'on ne s'attend pas qu'il va connaître un bon camp. L'an passé, Owen Beck have a great camp, and Emil Henneman have a good camp too. So we'll see who's going to be the next. It could be RHP, by the way. Who knows? Great question about this. Does not Amir only have 1 year? No, Luciano have 2 years, like Savard, Jake Allen, and Christian Dvorak. All four on this one, Mr. Frankie back in the house. Yeah, I feel the same way, Frankie, about can use. Do you think if Montreal pick up Tatar, it would be a good fit for Monahan and Gallagher? Well, yes, you add an experienced player like Tatar in the group. He's very good on defense. On the 200 feet game. Look what he did with Dano and Gallagher. Both of them, Tatar, and play already with Gallagher in the past. The problem with that part, all right, the Montreal Canadiens have no spot. If you bring Tatar, I would love to have Tatar, but I love to pronounce Thomas Tatar. The problem behind that is you take a spot to Jesse Allen, Hanneman, or it could be another player. And I don't think so. That's the way Montreal are looking for. would be shocked they get a PDO. I think they would start with what they have, and then if they have one specific player on the waiver from any other team at some point, maybe they would claim that players. But I don't see Montreal offer a PTO as a guy like a Tatar over 30 years old. They really believe they would better to give a chance and opportunity to a player like I just mentioned, JC Allen, RHP, or Emil Eneman. That would be my thought about this. But great question again, Ronald, about that. Regarding Amir, I was more thinking at the end of the season, but maybe around. But you think maybe if you think about during the summer next year, it could be a possibility. But look what how patient he was with Mike Hoffman this year and Ren Pitlick. They wait until late in July to make a trade and to make this happening, and they don't have to retain any money on Hoffman. This is possible. The same situation with Joel Armia, Luciano about that. I'll be shocked. But I still believe, and Armia from Crux about this. Look, he play a specific role, and again, sometimes we judge or we have our own opinion versus the salary of the players. Amir at $1 million for what he accomplished for the third four line is good. He does a couple of things in the details of the game where the coach love it. Puck position, protect the puck. Very smart hockey players. Good on defensive zone. Can play on PK. You have some tools many other players don't have inside the Montreal Canadiens. The hick is like you get 3.4, play on the four line, and you score only 6.5 goals per year. That's not good enough. That's the reason why you should think about a buyout. If something could happen to him, and he's absolutely right about that. Amir is still on lease use walk on the water and trade him could happen about that. Thanks so much, RJ, about this. What about our friend Jake McKenwy? You're absolutely right about this. We have a chance. I think I make a video about Eric Lindros a couple of weeks ago, how he was dominate and how he was so forward, a power forward. He was destroy everything in front of him. Eric Lindros. I know he did not sign with Quebec. A lot of French people was upset about the mom, everything like that. We have to give credit. The kid was unbelievable. Unfortunately, like many other players, injuries start the career for many players. Could be concussion, it could be a hip, could be a shoulder, a knee, whatever happening. And Eric Lindros, unfortunately, had to stop like many others. But it was there for sure. We have our friend. But after that, anyone heard anything about the preseason game being cut shorter? We have one more. We're going to talk about this a bit later. Not a problem. My friend Randy will understand about that from the first. And thanks to stop by. Say hi. Don't forget to click on the likes. About that one or that. Is about mentality, use, respect the players. So also, Amir deserves this each year. Another beautiful contract by Benjamin on the 68 bat contract. Eve, that's on the leave. Mate, is going to be fun hockey in Toronto. Mr. M. McAfee is back in the house. Why is nobody thinking about Logan Mayo or far prospect go? I think is a better Hudson. Everyone is high on Hudson. Mayo is not even on the top 183 prospect list. But yeah, many reasons about that. I don't know which one. If you talk about the Athletic or other website, they don't consider Logan Mayo. The reason why, because of the situation in the past, he's not eligible right now by the NHL, and that's the reason on the list of what you're talking about. I think it was 168 by the Athletic. We talked about this a couple of days ago. That's the reason behind that. It was made by Chris Broadman. So some experts or some expert about prospect, they don't want to classify yet and the ranking for Urban or about Logan Mayo. The discussion is about different, ad fans. Some people love Lane Hudson over Logan Mayo. And some people believe Logan Mayo love more him over Lane Hudson. It depends what kind of player you're looking for or you love the most. Everybody have their own problem. If you talk about Lane Hudson, his biggest problem is honestly the physicality of the game. We'll see how he's going to act in NHL. Logan Mayo, but at first is going to be his his hockey sense, his IQ, his first pass is another thing. You have to work on it. And both of them have to develop. And the time will tell us who's going to become better. I think both of them could be a very two player with very important role in the future with the Montreal Canadiens. What's the GM and the hockey story? Maybe no, I don't think so. I think Marc Bergevin. I don't consider him. I think I don't know. For me, quickly, Peanut, Jean Hull come in my head very quickly. On my head, some people did not like Irvin Grundman during the time with the Montreal Canadiens, but for me, it's really Jean Hull. Now, I don't know. Between Bob Gainey and Marc Bergevin, that would be interesting if we have that question. What GM do you prefer the most? That would be something we can go in the pool at some point. Great point. Jake changed his mind now after he said that Toronto leave win the Stanley Cup. Now he's going to pass the first round. What is another coach? Do you see Martin Saint Louis developing Montembeault as the number one, and then the Commander is going another direction in the future? This is a great question. This is a $1 million question because from Stephen White, goaltender of the Chicago Blackhawks, he did an interview on the French radio during the weekend or last week, mentioned about Montembeault have the potential to become a goaltender number one after his performance at the World Championship last May with Team Canada. White was a part of the coaching over there. And a lot of people have a great words about his performance there. Can he carry on this with the Montreal Canadiens? I still have some interrogation about him. He need to prove it. And this is the year. I'm going to talk about this week or next week about the fact like some players have to prove exactly who they are if they want to have a full-time job to be a part of the rebuilding for the Montreal Canadiens at long term. Montembeault, is it a player for transition? Is it a player can have a full-time job when Montreal as a backup number two? It can be fight for the backup number one. Those questions yet, I don't know really. But at the end of the season, 2023, 2024, the year of the Simon Montembeault for his career with the Montreal Canadiens is so important. And that would give us, honestly, that answer. But great question. We need to think about that. Great, but who went between the Reeves and Jake? I will go with Reeves. I know some people say, Coach, you're so hard on Jacky. You don't like Jacky. And the reason I would say to you is just because the experience of Ryan Reeves in NHL. He did not lose a lot of fight in NHL, but it's going to be a good fight for sure. And I will slightly go with Reeves about that. And again, I just love Haber Jacky. It's just for me, a little bit more realistic about Harper Jacky. At least he showed me something different. And again, he's only 22 years old now. He had to develop with time. Reed for now, I go with him. Here we go. Conroy, go with this, guys. Maybe a pop and for a French show, and that's my sweet translation skill. Here we go, Willie. That's the way to do that. Mr. Enartap, knock the door. Welcome. Roy and Farrell don't impress me yet. We'll see. They have a really good moment in their junior, right? And the NCAA Farrell and Joshua Roy. Joshua Roy have a great World Junior Championship. I would say two players versus what you said, Crux, for me. And I can understand your point of view. Like we cannot be all in, right? For me, Riley Kidney, Jan Mizak are two players right now. I don't have any attraction about them. I don't give up on them. I have the same feeling right now you have about Roy Farrell. He was in my book, and there was a few bad one there. I don't want to contradict about that fact. I hate Bergevin about the R, but he built a great defensive club. About that one over there. Amir has no trade with a 31 team. Has no trade with 31 team. Has no trade with 31 team. No, he has no clause on his contract at WST. So I don't know has no trade with 21 team. Has no. I don't know if you sarcastic about the fact nobody want him, or you talk about his contract. You have no clause compared to Devorek, Anderson, Gallagher. I would like said right having Mr. Gilbert. Well, possible. Amiot will look like a jet uniform. About that, he will return with the jet. By the way, that would be funny, right? Imagine if he does the reverse career, Montreal back to the jet, back to Buffalo Sabres. I think he went to Nashville. I don't think so. No, it was not. It was Buffalo, Winnipeg, and the Montreal. I would like this. Then Emin is the only player that can make the Montreal Canadiens roster, the new players. Rick Woods is in the house. Thanks so much, guys. Don't forget to click on the likes. I'm getting there. Pierre Martin. Pierre Martin, the Pete Martin is in the house. Welcome back. And after said, Animan will be in the roster at least. Something really interesting about that. If it's the case, someone have to pay the price. Mr. Nartap, what will be? Thanks so much, RJ. Pick it up right there. Will Hughes son ever be good enough to make a spot on the Kings roster or ever play in the NHL? Right now, it's not looking good. You have what 15, 17 point last year, I believe, with the Boston University, playing on the third line, bottom six. I don't think so, Ron. You never know, right? You can have a great year and then you develop better. You find your way, but right now it's not looking good. Ron. I look a couple of games for Boston, and then I look about his clip, not Eastern, but that's what happening with Hughes, obviously for him. But again, he's still young. He still have time to grow, for sure. But would be interesting what he's going to do for the upcoming season. Of course, with the Northeastern. I said Boston, right? I apologize. Frankie, about that or any UFA, why Montreal don't sign him? Simple, the club can win with him. And there's also the plan, very simple. Some player push to use about O'Reilly, very good. UFA use, and no. Coach, why not the app list Logan on the NHL site? It's because he's still not eligible from the Montreal from the NHL. Did not give him the green light, so they have to be approved by Gary Bettman to let Mayu to play in NHL after the situation happening a couple of years ago. And they wait for the answer about that one over there. That's the best thing, Rick. I can talk about this. We don't need a Tatar. I feel the same way about that one. One is a fantasy pool. It's going to be, guys, you talk about this. Don't miss this week, Tuesday, 9 o'clock Eastern Time. Let me take a break during the time. Is this show going to show up? See you there Tuesday night, 9 o'clock Eastern Time. Season number 4 of the Hockey Nation, Habs Nation, is going to be back. I'm going to give you a little bit the opening night about the programmation, and then who is be part of the family for upcoming season. We need to close a couple of deals before that, but a lot of new things coming, new change of the programmation for the upcoming season too. So stay tuned. Start Tuesday night at 9 o'clock Eastern Time. It's going to be a little bit at the beginning about the people, the channel, and then we're going to talk about the news if we have any news about that one over there. Logan is still in the dark on the season with the NHL. Here we go. It was rumor or fake news that Baylor gave Mayu the right lane. I don't know. It was a rumor, but it was not a rumor. Confirmed by Renaud Lavoie from TVA Sport. The Mayu was got the green lights. Then report later I think it was Anthony Martineau or BMP, I could be wrong, mentioned it was not true. So I report when I got the news, it was got the green light, but we are wrong about that, obviously, for sure. Is it true that there may be some in NHL players suspended before the season start from the World Junior scandal? But we have 5 players. We are now at the begin. We are almost at the end. Should be now 1 month, and they said they're going to announce it. We expect maybe next couple of days, weeks. I'll be shocked if NHL suspend specific player like Kel McCarr or any other player part of this team to missing game in NHL. I'll not be surprised if the country of Canada suspend those players to be a part of the Team Canada. Again, I just said Ken McCall because he was a part of the team. And many other players was Victor Mété, and I can go from Edmonton, and they was part of that. And some of them play right now in NHL. It'll be really a case to follow up during the next couple of days when they're going to announce it. Will be the reaction. Going to have a lot of reaction for the fans. They should suspend him. You should not suspend him. Everything like that. I can't wait to see that. About them getting tired of the rain. Islander, Toronto, not going to happen, the channel. Rick, did you read about Arbor Brother going to interest in the last month? Yeah, on the last show we said that from his head coach, Bulldogs, Jay Mickey, announced and Jacky grew 3 inches during the summer, and now he's approximately 6'4". You have a great preseason. They have no point yesterday after I watched it a little bit. But Rick, you're absolutely right. Well said. I heard Johnson is an excellent team player, tough as nail. He have about like 10, 12 fights during the season last season. For you, coach, were you ever a fan of the Nordic? Not asking for Danny. Not at all. I hate the Nordic. I was all red. I did not like the Nordic at any moment, at any time. From Dale Hunter to Mike, to Michel Goulet, to Dan Bouchard, to Michel Bergeron. I hate them. The Peter, Anton, Marion Stachny, Wally Weir, Glenn Wesley, and Real Cloutier. I can name it, Louis Slager, Anne Cote. I hate them. Basil McRae, John Ogrodnik, Tony McKinney, Mac Dartzif. But you remind me a lot of great memories about that Woody Snyder, about that one. We appreciate that for that. Then we have, they said the price for another to the Al Caulfield, Collet, et Sarkozy, no way, Gary Cournoyer, about that one over there. We appreciate that. I think my use station on the old pending new release on the 20th maybe a 20 camp, one lot of news around the date, mother, this strategy. It's not a bad comment, Jerry, about that. I really like it. I think it's really, it's a good point. I really like it. 6-4 for WST about JKI. Yes, I agree with you. Okay, but the GM of Toronto is close friend of the use. I'm sure both talk DJ Brody maybe like sorry dump about that one there.
Super chat.
Do we have a super chat $100 from Jose? Come on, Jose. Wow. Unbelievable, guys. We got an amazing, great super chat, ladies and gentlemen, from Jose Duarte. Super chat, river, chop, chop, chop. We have to do it again. This is the highest number of the year, 2023, to conclude the season number 3 of the Hockey Nation with a deposit of $100 from Jose Duarte, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my God!
River, chop, chop, chop.
Oh my God!
Jose Duarte, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. Amazing, Jose. Thanks so much. Appreciate that, my friend. And really interesting and really great to see that, my friend. I don't know what to tell you. So thanks so much. On the position to strength with Toronto, we can don't sorry, no problem. Toronto, that another story. Would be interesting, like Kenotap said, right? Toronto are right now some kind of difficulty with the salary cap. They will be they have to make a move before the beginning of the season. About Gayford way better future on Netlander. Mr. Claude Richard from Ottawa is in the house. Welcome back, Claude. And we'll go to run and roll the show very soon, guys. I'm getting there. I agree with you, Frankie, about that one over there. I think if Anderson need to stay healthy and have his best season, would Montreal order will be traded? Honestly, it depends what is his best season, right? It's not maybe not only the number, it's what he bring, contribute, or it's fun ways on the game, right? It's still a great forward power forward, 6'3". He can hit, he can fight if you have to, but he can score. And for me, Anderson scored 25 goals at 40 to 50 points, and he contribute on the PK, and he add the team to looking better overall. We keep Anderson at 5.5. It's not too bad. You can handle that. But if you get something big in return and you think it's good in return, I would consider that. But right now, the way you talk, Pete, I think if you thinking you have a good year, I will keep it after he get that season. I would have at the draft video. Gordon look a little unsure about their decision. It was again. Jeff Gordon was just to be sure the people understand, and it's good as a staff management to challenge you employees, just to see what they're thinking. And nothing wrong about that one over there. He want to be sure it was clear for everybody, and they take all unanimity to take the decision all together. So I really like the way he did that for sure, and to prove another point of view, and that's about who they are. And that would be great. Bonsoir. Bonsoir tout le monde, mon friend Rick Bengal from Nova Scotia, Halifax, is in the house with a beautiful Demendra. Another for Anderson Monahan. Now I would think about it. Not at all. Paul Gagné. Oh, Paul Gagné. Paul Gagné, welcome in the house. Hopefully doing well. And your area. A long time we didn't hear from you. Hopefully, an amazing, great Liberty weekend. Glad you stopped by. Say hi to everybody. Rick, sorry, coach. I don't know about that one over there. Again, guys, Jose did it. Wow, amazing about that. And of course, I was waiting for Jose to pop up at the bottom of the screen to get some hype. Some love, and of course, some prayer and thought for our friend Jose Duarte. Thanks so much, my friend. Really appreciate about that one over there. Good luck for year number 4. You're welcome, Jose. Appreciate it. Mishka, the Porcupine and the Ballon Party. Nordic have some tough team. I agree with you, WST, about that one over there. Thanks some RJ. They got the Jose, Luciano. You exactly like me, coach. I could not stand the Nordic. Yeah, me too. Have difficult time about that. What about our friend Maurice Robillard, un autre neighbor, notre mon voisin de Thaïlande. Maurice is south of us from Roy and me. Rick, I agree with you about that one of that. Head out of the park on that super chat, Gary. Yeah, out of the park. Will Pema, we forgot about him. Will Pema. Have a great year with the New York Rangers and the Winnipeg Jet, if I can recall it. Or maybe Winnipeg Jet, it was Lucien Deblois. Lucien Deblois. My biggest problem with the Nordic was Coach Bergeron, Bergie. Thanks so much, my friend Jose, again. Appreciate that with RJ. Only one player did not mind, Joe Sakic. I agree with you about that one there. I won a lot of games, but always have fans, Claude Richard. It was fun to watching that, by the way. Marcel Aubu is the legacy of the Nordic with Maurice Filion. Maurice Richard did 2 games behind the bench, I believe. Rock and shoulder massage. New member, Jose, thanks so much again. Appreciate that. 19-month member, guys. Oh, guys. All right, guys, we are almost at it. I did all the one, guys. Don't go nowhere. Have any question? Let me know. I will run it a little bit what we have behind. I'm going to pick it up everything almost at 10 o'clock Eastern time. We'll be back tomorrow night, guys, 9 o'clock Eastern, if you don't mind. But what's the subject tonight? But first of all, guys, 37 days before the beginning of the season and for the Montreal Canadiens. And of course, who cannot remember? We'll talk about the Quebec Nordic, guys. The number 37, Steve Penny. Welcome back, Steve Penny. The Cooper glove, by the way. I believe Steve Penny played his career junior with a Shawinigan, if I can recall it. I could be wrong, but I still believe it was the case for Steve Penny. The subject tonight, guys, with Canadian news, which players are not guaranteed a spot in 2023-2024. We're going to go through this. And finally, if you follow my channel, you have an opportunity, guys, on the Habs Nation channel. This is in French, by the way. I show all the 26 goals of the Cole Caulfield last season, back to back to back to back, all the way from 1 to 26. You have an opportunity to watch this. I would suggest you. Again, the name of the channel is called the Habs Nation. That's the one you can get for sure if you want to do that. And then that's pretty much what I did for that one, for this. And then we talk about that's it for tonight. Then I'm going to go back here. I'm going to give you a little bit of news about the other. What about the title? No spot guarantee about that one. That would be great about this for sure. WST. Love the Nordic Arena, and the Quebec should have an NHL team. Sad they lost their team, the great businessmen, the greedy businessmen. Yep, so right, Pete. The rink in Quebec was really good place to go. A very good time to get there. If Edmonton put Raphael Lavoie on waiver, should Montreal pick it up? They should, honestly. Rodney, you think about Lavoie as winger 6'3", at least he can go to Laval with the Laval Rocket to helping them and develop for that. I think I make a couple, 2 times, I make at least a trade proposal between both teams for that. I will want to welcome a team in Quebec, and any days Quebec have a defense like Albert Jacquet, we win the cup. Hoffman is not guaranteed a spot on the AB anymore. About that one with that. So what we got tonight, guys, I'm going to flip this very quickly. Then we're going to go that one. App news of the day, guys. Kaden Primo, possible Kaden Primo requests a trade for the next couple of weeks. If you think about this, guys, he's 24 years old. He's been with the team organization for what, 5-6 years now? And then he never have a consistency to stay in NHL. And now he realized, wait a minute, Casey DeSmith, Jake Allen, Samuel Montembeault are in front of me. If they don't trade DeSmith, now Primo is stuck in the ladder. And Jacob Dobes is behind him, and you have now Jacob Fowler. So I wouldn't be surprised Primo say, you know what, I want to play somewhere else to have a better chance to make the NHL. So that's the rumor get out at some point. For that, Dimitra Bengal is in the house. Welcome back, Dimitra. Hopefully doing well with Rick, both of you. Happy Liberty weekend. Hopefully you enjoyed your summer. Got out loud the Florida Jacky pick. I'm sorry about this. I go to Anit and article today. Kaden is getting impatient with the AB organization. Exactly. You're absolutely about this, Luciano, about him. Thanks so much, Jose. Appreciate a lot. And that's what happened with Kaden Primo. Again, direction Laval Rocket for 1 more year. Now he's going to be on the waiver if he get. But any team will going to claim him or not, I'm not sure. But Primo, maybe he's thinking to leave the Montreal Canadiens. The next thing I want to talk about is the roster for the Montreal Canadiens. We heard the last couple of days, the Montreal Canadiens, guys, for the upcoming season, including Elias Anderson, they have 13 first-round pick, and they're inside the lineup for the upcoming season. Unbelievable if you think about that. It's including Justin Barron, Cole Caulfield, Nick Suzuki. You know who they are. 13th from NHL. Joel Armia is a 16 overall pick, by the way. So would be fun to watching that. And for the Montreal Canadiens, again, 13 different players. Draft first round pick. Monahan is on one, and could be Doc. I can go all the way like this, but that will give you the depth of the Montreal Canadiens and the way can use try to pick it up a couple of players left and right. Les Anderson, like I mentioned, was a first round pick. Puginot, I think it would be hilarious to Drouin score 50 points and shine on the Avalanche. I'll be interesting about this. I believe nobody is crying in Colorado. The new look is gone. They said they have given him a lot of chance to prosper and make an impact with the Avalanche. That's another rumor gets out today. Then I want to talk about the Laval Rocket. Why you want to talk about, guys? I look about the roster for upcoming season. Maybe I could be wrong for one or two players, but when I look the future roster for the Montreal Canadiens for the Laval Rocket, and that's including on that one, guys, Enneman with the Montreal with them, and then Justin Barron. So the Rocket are going to have in the roster 2023-2024 15 player draft on the Montreal Canadiens. William Trudeau, Yann Mézac, Joshua Roy, Mayu, Riley Kidney, Sean Farrell, and I can go all the way. There are 15 of them, guys, out of the 23 they carry on. That's pretty amazing. We are knocking now the door of the transformation of Montreal Canadiens for the rebuilding. That's what we're looking for. And that's what they are right now, the Laval Rocket. From that, for 15, they have right now 8 rookies are coming for upcoming season. They will be their first year professional. Jared Davidson, Joshua Roy, Riley Kidney. They are all. Mikael Dorini, first time with the Laval Rocket now. So really, really interesting to see that 8 of them are going to be a part of the rookie season with the Montreal, with the Laval Rocket. This is a big indication of what the Montreal Canadiens are looking for and how they're going to be in the next couple of years with the Montreal Canadiens. My next thing I want to talk about, guys, is Ken Hughes. Again, yes. But I believe Ken Hughes have only one more move to do for the upcoming season, before the beginning of the season, is really to trade Casey DeSmith. I don't see anything else. I don't see any trade from Montreal Canadiens, at least for trade. Now, you can add maybe a claim on the waiver claim, but I don't see any PTO. I don't see a request, by the way, the Montreal Canadiens have only 6 games, a preseason game compared to 8. We talked about this last show because they think they traveled too much last year. They want to play in the Maritime, and they want to try to go around no injury for the upcoming season. That's the reason why Ken Hughes requested NHL to play only 6 games. But again, this is the only move I'm thinking that Ken Hughes is going to do before the beginning of the season. Try to trade Casey DeSmith, and if not, he will keep in the lineup, and that will change the roster number. In our top talk about Enneman, Emil Enneman made the roster. We're going to talk about this in the next couple of minutes for the spot. But this is the situation right now for the Ken Hughes. I believe for the next couple of weeks, I don't see any other move for him. Finally, I want to talk about the prospect, Montreal Canadiens. Why? Because, guys, they did it yesterday. Both of them did at the same time, on the same day. Talking about Philip Eriksson and then Vincent Rohrer. Both of them scored their first goal on the professional side with their team. Rohrer with the Zurich Lions. This is his first goal of the year. It was a preseason game. And then Philip Eriksson scored his first goal for the Sweden. Eriksson, again, another NHL draft by the Montreal Canadiens during the summer 2023. Rohrer was drafted by the Montreal Canadiens last year at the NHL draft in Montreal. 2 other prospects, again, not going to be easy for them to make the roster for the Montreal Canadiens in the future. For that, let's see what we got in the chat before we move on. About the next one about this. See if I missed something. I said struggled the first year. I did add, but I put in the second season only you find this spot. It's only normal. I think it's a good point. I got surprised he won this year. Toronto, not very good. Well, Montreal gave him money chance about New Hook, or he did talk about New Hook about this one. Primo, at 30 years old, maybe realize he's bad. Another layout from Bergeron. Daubert and Laval should be a winner and good for Laval. Will be interesting how you look like. It's like take a couple of more first round pick. Tony DeMarc, welcome in the house. Well said, Rick Bengal, about Gallagher, Subban, and Pacioretty. You remind me that 2005 one Carey Price pop up during the playoff after that too. But you're absolutely right. For them, that's the way. That's really the way we're there. I'm very excited about the Laval Rocket for upcoming season. Well said, Rick. Davidson, I will real dark horse for me. I really want to see what he look like. Jared Davidson, he have a great year with the Seattle Thunderbird. He's another player, guys, that he's never been drafted before in the past, before he make the WHL. He always play against the odds, and he make it. Great leader, great guy with a lot of dedication, passion, and work ethic exemplar. So it would be interesting, Leon. I agree with you. I'm looking for. You said last month he checked for down player trade coach. You said last month he checked for a down player. Said, yeah, but the problem right now, Montreal tried to go under with carry price, Frankie. So I don't think so. It will happen. Now, it could happen a little bit later. And then it can put Carey Price over. At least you have an amazing, great trade before the beginning of the season where, example, like Taylor Myers for the Vancouver Canucks, they trade them to get London salary cap, and then Montreal get a first-round pick, something like that. Otherwise, I don't think so. They will make that happening before the beginning of the season. But yes, you're absolutely right, Frank, about this. This man is only passing through like a portrait. I guess nobody knock on the news door yet. Not really. Beck is my dark horse. Is don't make the team. He has to go back at the junior. He is the way too strong for that now. Was a monster then playoff, but Real men starting going. Yes, right, Tony. I think he's going to be returned with Peter Perreault. Pete. Maybe the Browns, Gary, if they lose one of them. Curtis, back in the house. Long time, Curtis. Don't forget, guys, to click on the likes. Well said, Mr. Curtis. What about our friend R back in the house tonight? Don't forget, guys, Frenchy Quiz. We are back with 5 questions tonight. Pete, this Smith Army Gallagher, we have the very top sell. Is the dollar. Think DG Brody is the target. Toronto tried to tell him a 5 1 year. He have a big problem for the third cap. Is one of them. I'm sure they tried to trade for that one. Take some of the likes. And then, guys, that's pretty much what we got for all the news for the Montreal Canadiens tonight for that part. But tonight, you remember, guys, the biggest question of the night, it was honestly the AB training camp, no guarantee spot. I'm going to talk about this. But before that, I want to talk about my subject of the pools during the weekend. And then you can make a vote today. And the first one, guys, is about which defenseman from the Montreal Canadiens will score the most goal in the upcoming season. List below. Is it Caden Cooley, Jordan Harris, Albert Jekai, David Savard, Justin Barron? Most of the people gave that to Caden Cooley. And I believe that's right pick about that. Over 500 guys on the Liberty weekend, they make a vote. Thanks so much if you did it. We have a question, guys, every day at 10 o'clock Eastern Time. Right now, the question of the day is out. I do this for over 1 year. I start with 100, 200. Now we're getting, guys, over 500, 600 people participate to the question. And by the way, we are less of 100 subscribers to get the 7,000 subscriber to the channel. And what is your second question of the day, guys, Coach? But my question of the day, guys, about the Montreal and about the Laval Rocket. Will you be turning in to watch the Laval Rocket game this season? Absolutely yes. Sometime, not allowed, or not watching. I'm going to the game. So this is the poll of the day, guys. You can go on the YouTube channel and make that poll. Easy to do. Great things to do that. It's very good to get that one over there. I'm trying to go now, guys, on my subject of the night. I'm going to go through this for about approximately 10 minutes. I'm going to give you some debate in the chat. I can't wait to see that. Not a great question, guys. Coach, your thought on the William Trudeau. He's another dark horse. Obviously, he's stuck at the ladder. I think he could become a great asset to get trade at some point. He's another player, guys. Nobody guarantee him to get that spot last year. He was supposed to return in a QM, and the Montreal keep him. And he was held to scratch, what, 11, 13 games at the beginning of the season. I think Rick Bengal gave you a little bit more information about that. But he picked it up at the right time where he have an opportunity, the door right open for him, at the point where GF Hull could not remove him at the lineup because his performance with consistency and more the season was advanced, better it was Trudeau. Again, problem is Jekai. Harris maybe, but you had Jekai, Madison, and Coley in front of him, and you have to fight a spot with Adam Engstrom. And you can add after that, Norlander, Baudin, and Strobel, all left defensemen. I did not include Lane Hudson yet. So it's sad for him, but the kid, he worked hard, is really good. He really good rookie season last year with the Laval Rocket. A great point about that one there. Mr. Luciano. Jared, transformation with some pain before the transition kick forward with a flow. Graduate asset. You're absolutely right about that one there. Madison, yes. Visit the Rochester 100%. Carry pass have been the Bills Buffalo towards what possibly Ken would be even stronger than they are today. Here we go. Try to pick it up at live. Tyler Myers, the Wall and the Bulls maybe want the Smith. Yeah, it could be right there. I don't think so. Pierre the Wall, at least they're looking because they're already at Wallstead and they have Fleury and Gustafsson just signing a long contract. But the Blues could be that one. The Blues have only Bennington and the rookie offer, and they don't have anything else after that. That's a team I was thinking about this. I think probably like they with no backup number 2 could be another player. If Montreal could keep retain 50%, we know Montreal have only one more contract to do that for this season. For that, great question, guys. It's not guaranteed a spot, but it will should. I just don't like Doc Mizak. I mentioned maybe Nate the Smith too, but Edmonton have already Stuart Skinner and Campbell. Backup number 3, yeah, but I don't think so on Edmonton. What mean exactly? Sorry, I really like Tyler Myers. Here we go, guys. Let's talking about my guarantee spot today, guys. Let's talking about the veteran players. And sometimes maybe not at the beginning of the season, could be during the season. I have one player guy I'm a little bit worried now is Jake Evans. Even after a great year, 2 years ago, 13 goals with the Montreal Canadiens, he struggled almost all year long last year. He really struggled with the Montreal Canadiens. And I'm not guaranteed why. Because, listen, guys, we have Suzuki, Kirby Doc, Christian Dvorak, Sean Monahan, and Alex Newhook. We have right now 5 center in front of him. So, not sure his spot is now guaranteed for him. I know he's going to be out of the lineup, but definitely Jake Evans is not part of the future for the Montreal Canadiens. Yes, he can play winger to felicitate his situation right now. But in my opinion, Jake Evans, this is maybe his last season with the Montreal Canadiens. Carrying a contract, $1.7 million. I don't feel Jake Evans will be a part of the Montreal. He's going to play on the transition for the Montreal. But again, Suzuki, Doc, Dvorak, Monahan, and Newhook in front of him. I don't see that. I know he was draft 7 round pick. He's a good worker. He work hard. He good on details of the game, face off, and on PK. But you believe to keep him all the way? He's 27 years old now. Hey, Mr. Marco Larabie, welcome to the house. Don't forget to click on the line. That'd be awesome. Jake Evans is a great teammate, but the hand there for him. Yeah, that's pretty much it. François Pitt knocked the door. Wow, Marco François. Sorry to hear that, Mr. François. Maybe later during the season. Is Jake at 1.7 a year? Yes, Luciano. 2 more years. The rumor was even to Edmonton too against what they said. Good question because they don't have a solid dominant players. We have plenty center. Yes, Evan I think is still valued highly by a couple of teammates. Could be a great add for a playoff team. I agree with you about that one over there for sure. And let's move on now. And of course, this is a player we just talked about. It's Joel Armia. It's a player carrying a $3.4 million for 2 more years, right? This coming and then the following year. Not easy to get trade. Is honestly going to be on 4 line. Have his specific role with the Montreal Canadiens, and it's a player could not be really doing too much. But this is another player I believe is an transition player for the Montreal Canadiens, exactly like Jake Evans. He doubled salary, Joel Armia versus Jake Evans. And they are both, Armia hit 30 years old now. 30 years old, Joel Armia already. So I don't know. I feel like Montreal, they are stuck with him, but this is a veteran player, the guaranteed spot. And guaranteed spot, guys, not because out of the lineup, but it could be a help to scratch. That's what I'm talking about. Luciano Evans to Florida Panthers. I don't think so. Luciano was said to what? Because they have Andon Lundell over there. They still have Sam Bennett and Barkov over there. And Lister Reninen just signed a new contract over there. I don't see him with their Seattle. But they have their own lineup with Mathieu Bernier, Yannick Gord, and you can have Jaden Schwartz can play center too. And then you have Shane Wright knock the door there. But again, we'll see. Even I can live with him, but Armia must go. I missed this bye-bye. His bottom 6 is always a high turnover. Right, John Armia still also, but man, yep. I agree with you guys about him. The next player, guys, I believe is fighting for the spot. And I'm talking about the veteran right now. It's Chris Whiteman. Right now, Whiteman is the right defenseman, but now we have Sabah, Kovacevic, Langstrom, and Barron. So they have 4 players in front of him. I understand he can maybe waive exempt Justin Barron. But again, it's going to be really hard for Whiteman. And at some point, Montreal going to have 9 defensemen. If you send Barron out and Laval, now you have 8 defensemen. I don't know they're going to go 13-8-2 or 14-7. If they go 7, guys, they have to battle between Jordan Harris, Albert Jekai, and Langstrom or Whiteman. But I feel Whiteman is days are count with the Montreal Canadiens. Whatever you have a good heart, whatever is a great teammate, whatever you have leadership, whatever you can be on the health to scratch all day long. But again, this is a player, I believe this is almost the hand. Would be a great fit, Edmonton, Frankie. I agree about Evans. Edmonton one they need a defensive center. Yeah, I agree with you about that. Or is agree with me about the Chris Whiteman. And finally, guys, for another veteran, battle for a spot with the Montreal Canadiens is Jake Allen. Not to be out of the roster, but a spot number 1 for the goaltender for the Montreal Canadiens. It's going to be a big fight between Samuel Montembeault and Jake Allen. Allen have his worst season in NHL career last year, and Montembeault picked it up a lot during the second half of the season at the point where he get the game as a goaltender number 1. But every year is a have to reset. So we have an Allen with experience. With Montembeault, tried to make a name, tried to step up to be consistency, and it looked like he did at the World Championship. Now we see what Martin Sault is going to do. Is it a split game for both of them? Is it Allen number 1, Montembeault number 1? But in my eyes, a player could not have a spot as the number of the 1 right now. Is Jake Allen will be another veteran right now. I have to figure out again. Like Armia and Jake Allen, they are all 2 years contract, guys, for them for the upcoming season with the Montreal Canadiens. Allen is at $3.875 million. Will be Harris or Jacket. Whiteman is a perfect no defenseman. Gary Connery, sure for the playoff, look like Kevin Cannon. Lion would be neat for overflow for Laval. Jerry, you're absolutely right about this. We already have Harris and Jacket sitting in the stand. Christmas 8-5-10 White, thanks so much. I said that 1 minute time. Whiteman is great, 7 defenseman. Harris is in the stand. And the case that Smith a trade and package with one of the three is possibly an ever prospect like Schoenemann or Norlander. Rick Schoenemann is not part of the Montreal Canadiens anymore, but Norlander could be Rick. But I think if it's the case, I think Montreal Canadiens could try to use like I'd make a trade between Chicago Blackhawks and Montreal Canadiens. Chicago have $12 million to spend. Chicago have 13, 14 forward. But instead of that, they have three rookies. So they're missing a forward. Their goaltender situation with Chicago guy is not strong. They have only Merechek, and we know he's a prone injury, and the goaltender backup is Soderblom, another rookie. I think the fact they could add the Smith, they will secure the transition right now for the team. And then, secondly, Joel Armia is not going to hurt them. To add about 6.2 of the salary cap for them, it's not a big problem. And they can maybe open up more after that. So that will be a situation for the Chicago Blackhawks make a deal. But again, not many people want to get Joel Armia at $3.4 million for sure. I cannot wait for the season start. Talking about the Whiteman is a waste of the time, Francois. Well, it's not about he's a part of the team, right? So we have to figure out what you do with him. At the point at Allen's stage of his career, no issue. Been a veteran backup. It's September 2nd, Francois. So make sense. Signed to Colorado, Frankie. You're absolutely right about that one over there for that part. I'm not done, guys. We have more things to talk about in the chat, guys, about the special team. And this is getting a little bit more interesting for me. I did not do the PK, but I go on the special team on the power play. And now the garage spot guys about NMN, RHP, Islanen, and the rookies or Mayu, Barron. We talked about this last week about the line from the Montreal Canadiens. So I didn't want to bring them again tonight. That's the reason I didn't mention about that. It was most about the veterans. But the power play guys, really interesting. What do you do at the power play number one? You have Nick Suzuki. You have Cole Caulfield, Mike Madison. Now you have two spots. Kirby Dack and Sean Monahan. Do you use both of them? Or you remove one of them and go on the second power play? And who do you put on the first line? Because right now, if we put Doc, Monahan, Caulfield, and Suzuki, who is going to be in front of the net? Who is the bumper? I still believe Mike Madison is still the quarter number one for the Montreal Canadiens. So this is a really interesting spot. Everybody fight for to be on the power play number one, right? Ox take the Smith, so they did not know. Gary signed Ellison, not a problem. Rick, about that. Some days veterans. About that, Montreal have a tough decision to take. We have so many rookies. I agree with you, Francois. Zev Lacav knocked the door. Savard gone at the trade deadline. It could be, but again, Savard carrying a $3.5 million for the upcoming season. After that, that would be the biggest problem. And this is the case. Montreal is not going to get much in return because if follow another year at 3.5, Savard will be more benefit the year after that. Agree on Pittsburgh. Good problem to have, Francois. The top six for the Montreal would be interesting, Willie. RHP Zev Lacav. Carry funny part is Dubas. I still think they can win. Yeah, bad up one until Monahan. Net front. New hook bumper for Crooks about that. So this is the first one, guys. My second one, guys, is about Anderson, New Hook, and Gallagher. That's exactly what you guys talking about. Who's going to be part of this? If you remove one of them, Doc and Monahan, who do you bring up? Gallagher, New Hook, Anderson. Most of them have to be in front of the net. Now, you can add RHP, but I don't think RHP will be on the first line of the power play for the Montreal Canadiens. So, New Hope for the bumper for Crux. Luciano can never bet again Crosby. Hamilton Monahan at the front. We'll get a couple of people. Save the castle RHP. Don't forget, guys, to click on the like. If you don't mind, that'd be great. Monahan get trade at 1% at the next trade deadline. If he stay healthy, New Hook had the chance to set up to center the step up to center in Colorado. But this is a big question. Who do you want? Do you want New Hook, Gallagher, Anderson, or any other players on the power play number one? Or you said no, we want Doc Monahan and the power play number two. You can have New Hook, Gallagher, Anderson, RHP. About that. Do you think with the long jump at D that Barron could be on the block? I don't think so, Gary. He's too young. There's a waiver exam I will send to you. It maybe go back in Laval Rocket for the beginning of the season because the jam and the front today is only 22. About that, rotate R 36 likes. Thanks so much, RJ. So that's to be the next one. The next one I want to talk about, guys, is what happening with Savkaski, RHP, Ilonen. Do you think all three is going to make the roster for the Montreal Canadiens or not? This is another great debate. This is a great no guarantee spot for all three. We know Savkaski started the season with the Montreal Canadiens, played 39 games. RHP got a call up from the Montreal Canadiens at the second half, played 34 games, scored 14 goals, 20 points. And then you have Jesse Allen, another call out for the Montreal Canadiens. Play what? I believe 37 games with the Montreal, have 16 points. This is, three players at a young age. They fight for the spot. They try to be a part of the Montreal Canadiens roster 2023, 2024. RHP, Savkaski are waiver exam, but not Jesse Allen. So when you think about the rest, that's my problem. Who do you put Emil in now? What do you do with Joshua Roy or any rookies? This is extra forward we talk about right now. Savkaski, RHP, and Allen. If you remove Monahan, you bring up Anderson, in my opinion, Luciano. The competition for a spot in the roster would be Ferris. Yes, I agree. Allen is a break or make this season. I slam a break, right? You better keep a spot for a Peseda coach. After 1 week of the beginning season, the work we understand about him for that one there. And then, guys, what about the second defenseman power play? Are you going to go with Coley, Jekai? Which one you want to use? Montreal last year, sometimes you use it forward. Sometimes they play with five with Jonathan Drouin, but I don't see any more player like Drouin to play on the top quarterback. But who do you use on the power play number two? Jekai did a lot of times, sometime last year. Coley used when he come back from the injuries. Now we don't have, Mike Madison became the quarterback number one on the power play, number one. Listen, RHP will shine this year, I believe. Pesada is a fan for it, but seriously, thanks, Frankie. But I gave the benefit to use and Emerson to get the most his potential. Him, Leon go with Coley about him. No talking about Pesada on this channel about this. Pesada will be your extra forward. That's simple. It will be the guy who will be out as a 13. Or they keep 14 for Pez. And that would be the reason behind that. And I don't know would be the best thing or not for the Montreal Canadiens, but at that moment, I don't see Pesada out of the roster. At least somewhere have an excellent, great beginning of the really great main camp for that. So that would be very interesting to see that for the Montreal Canadiens. Now, I'm going to finish with this. I'm not done yet. Coach is on fire tonight, guys. The Habs line. When I'm talking about Habs line, I want to see where do you see that players. Let's talk here with Alex Newhook. Newhook, top 6. Newhook, third line. Newhook, center. Newhook, wingers. This is, guys, again, we don't know what's happening to him. Some people in the chat right now talk he did not do very well with the Colorado Avalanche. Some people say give him time we under can use, and of course Martin Saint Louis. It was the same thing with Kirby Dak last year. Again, it depends what is your expectation for Alex Newhook. For me, Newhook is a third line, a bubble player, second line. A guy can score 15 goals per year. It could reach 20 goals and maybe 40 points, but he never did it. Kenny does exactly what Kirby Duck did last year. Beat his number of goal and number of point in one specific regular season. I don't know. But it would be very interesting about New Hook, where it will be his place, where is the Pesser is also a management favorite, Pierre Martin. Allen is in the even department for Gary. Coach, the answer about all rookie plays is simple. Monahan, Gallagher, Armia, Anderson miss a lot of games. So, yeah, the injury will be fixed, everything after that for sure. Gary, I agree. Don't see the spark with Allen. Okay, Renee, able to chat. Randy, welcome back in the house. Thanks so much. You got to love the Pesara. A new hook, second line winger for Zev Lakav. Been busy day about that. Third line center and right wing, Willie Snyder. Welcome back, Randy. Randy, I'm so confused with the Montreal roster right now. I will wait for the training camp. Not a problem, Francois. It's not easy right now. Here we go. We got that one there. The next one I want to talk about, guys, is RHP. Harvey Pinal. What do you do with him? First line, second line, third line, fourth line, extra LT scratch, or you return him in Laval. If you keep him, yeah, no spot for Peseta. Yeah, no spot for J.C. Allen. I believe RHP is going to be back in Laval Rocket for the beginning of the season, for the beginning. Why, coach? Because he's a waiver exam. And because of that, Montreal Canadiens would prefer to keep a veteran player for the beginning of the season. Now, Christian Dvorak, we don't know his gravity of his injury, if he's going to be ready or not. He's going to be reevaluated again the next 2 weeks, and then Montreal is going to take a decision. But with Dvorak in the lineup, RHP is stuck. Someone had to pay the price to back in Laval. Is it Peseta? Is it Ilonen? If it's Ilonen, have to be on the waiver. He's going to be claimed by someone. So, like Justin Barron, RHP is stuck on foot sling. For the beginning of the season, it won't go. He was going to maybe the first one to call back up. You have an amazing, great second half. I'm not against RHP. I just tried to give you what's going on in the lineup. No guarantee spot. You have to go back and to show it again. What prospect like make the great. Let's put on the ice skate and then we will see. RHP second line for Willie Snyder. RHP Swiss Army knife with the Habs, Gary. RHP has nothing more to improve in Laval. RHP Zuski Anderson, Madison Langstrom for Jerry. If it's the case, again, all you said about RHP, I agree. But what do you do with the roster? Send down Sarkowski? That's another possibility. Is a waiver exam. The problem is because they are Pesera and Ilonen are the extra forward. And both of them are not a waiver exam. That's the biggest problem with that. So, do you prefer to lose Pesera? Do you prefer to lose J.C. Ilonen? Or do you send Sarkowski Laval? For the rest, they're not going to do anything. Zuski, Caulfield, Doc, Newhook, Gallagher, Anderson, Dvorak, Jake Evans. They're not going to touch them. This is a really, really difficult decision they have to do. Trade Dvorak, keep RHP. Yeah, but it's not easy to trade Dvorak that way, Pierre. They gave a lot in return. And who's going to get Dvorak? Now, you can give away Christian Dvorak, but that will make a hole in your lineup after that. Pierre. Don't trade him. Would be a have for a long time. We need a goal that is a great, but goal mark the pace of the rim. Calling one then. Monahan, dark right, coffee right, goalie Savard. Oh, yes, about New York, speed, go hands, and not fragile. I will respectfully disagree. Send Laval to Laval. RSP again. So what do you do? What do you do if you keep RHP? I think you have to keep the hook and the top six for it because of the price you pay for him, for Randy. I tend to agree with Gauche. RHP start Laval, Leon Renault. I will let them fight for the spot. And second and third line competition is good. Let's reward those who show the will to outshine the competition. Yeah, it's a great way to say that, Francois, for sure. Pesa have more heart than most ad players. And that's it why he boss are going to reward him as much as they can for Mr. Pesada. The right trade, he will fix a lot of lineup problem for Gary. Yes, that will maybe helping the situation for sure. Rick Wood, trade Jake Evan, Wiseman, and Amia, then plenty of room. Yeah, this is only if they trade. But if we don't trade, nobody answered my question right now. What do you do? Are you willing to lose Ilonen, Pesada, or send Sarkowski, RHP, and Laval? That's what I want to know now. It's not about trade Devorak, trade Armia. It's not happening. This is the biggest problem we got right now. What do you do at the roster, final roster? And we don't talk about Eneman yet. Or maybe Elias Anderson. I want to know what you're doing. Kafilski need to stay together. Willie Snyder. Randy Workman. Wow, exactly what I think about New Hooker. Hughes pay high, they wait for high. Hughes does not like a losing asset for nothing. Yeah, you're right, Marco, about that one there. I don't think any GM do, Marco. Maybe Nate. Randy, I would say disagree. Look what happening with San Jose for Brent Burns. Look what happening with Paturity and the Vegas Golden Knight. Look what happening with Calgary Flame from one end and your backyards. Sometimes you have no choice, right? Maybe you need to split them up if they don't start playing the both sides of the puck. I'm willing to lose Pesada to keep RHP Francois Pitt. Here we go. If you want to make a room for the young player, you got to move a veteran player and send Armia to Laval. Now, if you do that, Gary, two things pop up in my head. First of all, you have to carry on and again an extra $2.2 million for nothing in your salary cap, because that would be the cost Armia play Laval. Then you add the contract of Pinard, $1.1 million. You get exactly the same problem with the salary cap about that. Now, the veteran players and the locker room, that could be a problem. And Armia and Laval, what would be the reflect on Armia and Laval? I'm not sure about that. And so lose Pesada for Frankie. Use we have to have a blackmail picture to be able to trade Armia. With you on that one, Francois. RHP and Laval for R. Sean, put Armia on the waiver about that one over there. That'll be again the only problem with that is the salary cap come with the contract with Armia. It's one move they can do, and that's it. Not do it. This is another new movie. Cracks Allen, Laval, Eneman, Montreal. But here's a problem: Crack Allen not going to be Laval. If you put Allen guys on the waiver, it's going to be claims. Arizona, San Jose, Chicago, Philadelphia are going to claim Allen at 35 overall pick, and he scored last year. Look what he did. You're going to lose Allen. So if you keep Crux Animan with the Montreal Canadiens, what's happening right now with other players? We have extra forward. The we will decide. I don't think many forward play well with the end. Mr. Nicolas de Goubibono in the house. Pas de problème, mon homme. Keep RHP for sure. Coach, everyone agree. Lose, pass it up. Keep RHP. If user does not like to lose an asset, the player who are waiver exempt would be in Laval until injury. A player was set. This is what I'm thinking, honestly, Zev. This is exactly what I'm thinking about that. Crux, I keep both, but who do you losing, Crux, about that? You have to move now 2 players on the roster. How do you do that? And how are you going to fit your salary cap? If we learned anything last year, if the Habs get creative with injuries so they can avoid that line decision, example, they don't have. You're sorry about this, Marco. It's make or break for Islanders. François, absolutely. Langstrom, Pesada, Whiteman, first 3 to go out if you have some problem with the lineup. Frankie, I believe it could happen. That's the one that can go. That's fine. Island can go for Crux. Animate is a real deal. No waiver for him. For Pierre. Many times last year we did a show wondering what we're going to do, and then boom, they announced some player won't be available. Yeah, they did, Marco, for sure last year. Why not just waive Armia coach? But they can waive him. The problem, you have to stay with your $2.2 million on your salary cap, Randy. That's the only problem you get. It's not a problem with the cap. The day before they would put all the young guys down, then they take them back up. At some point, you're absolutely right if they want to put Carey Price on their cap. But right now, they are not there yet. Montreal Canadiens are over $4 million over cap at this moment. So they have $88 million. So they have to drop $4.7 million. The way to do that, maybe trade Casey DeSmith. And like Sean said, you put Jekai, RHP, Harris, Barron, everybody down and Laval for 1 day. And then after that, you put Carey Price at the beginning of the season on the long-term injury reserve. That open up approximately, depends what he comes back after that. And that's the way they can do that for sure, Sean, for this. Price golden concern for the ad. What always play? Thanks. It would play, helping the Montreal Canadiens as more like a consultant overview the Montreal Canadiens goaltender left and right. Amir is going to slip on the banana pill soon. He get injury problem. About this, I have a helmet kidnap Amir. About that one there, so I'm stuck for that one there. And obviously, this will be gone, hopefully, for that one there. And then, guys, what happening with Sarkowski? What do you see, Sarkowski? Second round, top 6, bottom 6. Laval, this is a player, guys. He's stuck in the ladder with everybody. We know he played only 39 games last season, but he had to find a spot for him. It looked like so many people talk about Sarkowski, Newhook, and Gallagher on the third line. You need to increase it. It's still wise if you want to develop him. That's only the one about that. Jake Allen is not going to go nowhere. Or you trade Jake Allen and save even more cap. Yeah, I'm sorry about that for sure. And then, guys, the third center. And who's going to be the right wing on the top 6? I'm going a little bit fast, guys. We almost hit the 40 minutes right now. Past 10. So, who's the third center for Montreal Canadiens? If Devorak is out, do you bring Monahan? Do you bring the Hook? Do you put Jake Evans? And finally, who played right wing for the Montreal Canadiens top 6? Kirby Doc, Sean Monahan, Josh Anderson, Gallagher. That's a situation. New Hook. So there's a lot of great debate to talk about because we don't know yet. And that's fun. That's the reason I want to go that direction tonight with all together. And don't forget, guys, Tuesday night, the grand opening of the season number 4 of the Hockey Nation happening this Tuesday, September 5th. I'd like to associate with Doc and Anderson. Marco, I'm not sure about the Smith. Very hard to try to go to the around camp. Yes, Frankie. The only thing what happened for me, Frankie, is a couple of days before the camp, maybe some team are looking for a goaltender because of injuries or they don't like the performance of the goaltender backup number 2, and that's the only thing it could happen there. Bottom 6, Rick for Sakoski. That's your problem. 39th, like Kip is going on, coach. Long weekend. We can't stay up all night, Luciano, about that one. Zev, t'as changé la couleur de ton profil, Nicolas. You put money at the top 6. You want to show him off as a trade bait for a trade deadline for Randy. They are option. About that, ESPN predict a Sakiski 55-point this season. How about what? About that? Yeah, ESPN did some prediction very interesting for sure. For that. Money, third center are Frankie, my problem. No, I don't have any problem. Money would play top 6. Marco would play. Money play top 6. Yeah, I think so too. I think they would give more new hooker. So be really interesting. Those decisions, guys, the Montreal Canadiens have to go during that one over there. Defense is the weakest link. Is tough for Montreal. Yeah, I agree with. Well, they have some depth as a forward, RDP, but they have to score. They did not score a lot goal. Of course, they don't play. They are all hurt. Ab should score more. I think so. That is a problem with the 3 goalies. What I mean, Monet would play where Emerson want him to play. I predict for Sarkisi 41 point, Frankie. You know, I only see 35 points for Sakoski. The problem with that part for Sakoski for me is going to be his TOI and his development under Martin St. Louis. What are you talking about? But he will maybe play on the third line, and now the third period, the score is 3-2, 3-1. Montreal tried to win the game. Sakoski could be benched. And then on power play number 2, he has a spot or not. I'm not sure how he's going to run that. Now, if they run 1-4, I expect him to be that. They have a spot on power play number 2, but we know power play number 2 don't have all the minutes on the power play. So really interesting what happening there for sure. Use as choice to make trade veteran or trade the young guys. Shipping Allen and RHP back to Laval is a kick and their teeth. Coach Ab will contend in 2 years from now, but team like Ottawa, Devils, Buffalo, Detroit, possibly can would be even better than they are today. You thought. It depends, Luciano. So what you mean by this? But Ottawa Senator in 2 years, the contract of Giroux, I believe, is out. We have 1 more year for Giroux. Tarasenko, and they have some problem with there. So Ottawa would be good, but not great. Of course, Montreal, you have to catch up them. The Devils are good there for Luciano for a long time. I'm talking about the next 4 or 5 years. Buffalo is on a team. Detroit, I'm still questionable about that one over there. Like, Montreal is very close to Detroit, in my opinion. They are very close. Like, if you think about they have Zetters and Edvinson, but if you think overall, Montreal is very close to Detroit Red Wings. I would say to you, the only team, 2 teams, the Devils and the Buffalo, are going to be very difficult to catch up at that moment. But again, if Montreal add a UFA and Buffalo get a goaltender, that would change all the pronostics. I just don't feel good about Ottawa Senator. which player is going to break out in camp? The only one for me is still Animan. Maybe go Frankie answer. But not I put Detroit on that list. I go with you, Coach. Would it be a bad thing to Sarkisi's play in Laval? In Laval, um, the only bad thing about that is to see the reaction of the young men. If they surround him with the great people and they tell him the reason, everything like that, I don't see a problem. But how are you going to accept that? Right? The kids right now play all year long, he get hurt. Secondly, he trained all summer to have a great second year, and then you announce him you have to go Laval. Cole Caffin been there after he scored only one goal, but that's my only concern about that. How they going to figure out with him and explain to him and how he's going to react. He's still 19 years old, right? So we'll see. But a great point about that. If I keep and head up, I would be happy, Francois. And also be up and down in the lineup. Sarkisian will be in the top six for Gary. Not sure what Boston leave and Tampa will look like. I think all three teams. I think if they don't have no much chance, Luciano, I think Boston will be the worst of the three. The leave in 2 years will be interesting what they look like, and then Tampa will be like me. They're getting older. Uh, and they have many contract now signed up. So we'll be interesting. JD Comfort for New Hook out so you see where that we are at set on the ice like Ottawa have a monstrous chance offense. I'm worried about the defense when you have Shabbat like number one. You have to be careful, Frankie, because Ottawa Senator guys have a better defense like we think they are. Now, Shabbat have the highest salary cap. But in my opinion, Chick Run is better to Shabbat. Sanderson, it's close to Shabbat. Now they have Chick Run, Sanderson, Shabbat, your best three. Then after that, Zab with Amonik, and then Backstrom. It's not a bad defenseman. The biggest problem with there was the goaltender. Now, Kopisalo is there this year. But again, they don't have enough money. So I would be interested to see that for that one for Frankie. Frankie to Laval. Ottawa defense is cream cheese, crispy classic. Do you guys forget Ottawa got shown last year? Here we go. I don't really need a center. I agree with Randy. I'm just rooting for the team to be healthy so we can get some guys like absolutely agree with you. Frank Ottawa just try out to put a bunch of good players together. I hope for the best. One walk in my opinion. I don't say they're going to have a great team. I just said we just point like the defense is a little bit better what we expect now. Bientôt, Nicolas. Yeah, so que should be third line at the beginning of the season. Pierre Martin. Saber gonna own the Classic. Make no mistake. Mario Labbé. About Joshua Roy. This guy made the NHL. I'm very surprised. Shabbat is a fragile. Hammer is a great leader in the dressing room for the Senator. Did Saber make any important move this summer? But they had defensemen like Eric Johnson. They had Clifton. They trade Lipushkin. They lost Jack Quinn. This is the biggest name, big impact for them. Of course, the goaltender Lekonen and Levi. This is really that they are. It's a team. I think they were looking good. I can see if I forgot someone, but I think I'll cover pretty much what they got during the summer. Yeah, that's what. Yeah, and they have still have Eric Comrie. So That's what they are, the Sabres, Pierre Martin. Yeah, Chicoine, I forgot. Okay, that's all the minister, Monster Cheese. Coach, I forgot Chikran. You are right. Yeah, the defense look better like, with him. Yeah, they look better with Chikran. And that's they are like amazing, but they looking better. Again, Chikran, we know, is injury problem. We are making one big move. Don't trade Roy at this stage unless he is progressing. I agree with you. We'll not trade Joshua Roy for sure. If the Sabres got a goalie, they will be a playoff team. For me, it's all depend on Levi. Devin Levi is excellent on the training summer camp right now, but he's going to be a really big key major, role major, guys, about that one there. And that's what we got tonight, guys, on this show. Uh, this is the not the last show of the year number 3. We are back tomorrow night, guys, at 9 o'clock p.m. With another show about the Montreal Canadiens and more like NHL. We'll go to review a couple of things for the season. And then after that, don't forget Tuesday night, guys, the grand opening season 4 of the Hockey Nation. I'll give you a little bit more what's going on for season 4. That's happening there. And that's what we got tonight, guys, on this show. And then we'll be back, of course, Wednesday and Thursday. We should be off Friday, Saturday next week. And then we are back normal schedule because the NHL are back at full time. Everybody is back talking about hockey, everything like that. Just as make the NHL, Pierre Martin. Levi is a real deal. I'm not worried about the rookie of the year. You're welcome, Jose Duarte. By the way, Jose, thanks so much for the biggest super chat, guys. If you don't know, super chat of Jose Duarte tonight, guys, $100. This is the last season, Marco. This is the year what if you said, there's a question can ask which first coach is going to be fired this year. At the beginning, like 2 weeks ago, it said Shilton Keefe, but now he is signing a contract. I will say to you, DJ Smith is the one could be lost his job right away at the beginning of the season, from my opinion, for that one over there. Our command is the only time I can be here, Francois, about that one over there. Well, Jose, that's amazing. Yeah, he did it, my friend. He opened up the door for $100. This is the highest number. This is the highest support of the year, by the way. We did about everything here, guys. Tonight we're going to go on the Frenchy Quiz. 5 questions on the program tonight for people. First coach would be Kiev. He's just signing a contract. That's my only problem, Randy. Before that, I would say to you, yes, about Keith. But like Luciano and many others, I think the RJ Calabro, DJ Smith could be a good one. If you look about NHL, right? Anaheim, Calgary, no coach. Edmonton, I don't think so. Los Angeles, no think so. San Jose Sharks, Dan Quinn, second year. Seattle Kraken, not yet. Vancouver, the new coach. Vegas, not there. Arizona is signing a contract. Richardson, second year, no. Colorado, no. Dallas, no. Minnesota, interrogation. Nashville, new coach. St. Louis, Berube, what do you think? Winnipeg, Bonus, not sure. Carolina, no. Columbus, no. New Jersey, Islanders, I don't think so yet. Rangers, new coach. Flyers, new coach. Second year, Tortorella. Pittsburgh, no. Washington, new coach. I'm telling you right now, I think Ottawa, St. Louis Blues, Winnipeg Jet, Minnesota Wild are the 4 teams about that. Don't think they can wait until Christmas, Frankie. You can be out at the playoff try early November. Where is in our tab, Gary? I'm going to take Laviolette and Tortorella as front runner for Coast Fire first. Tortorella, no. Laviolette just signed a new contract, Luciano. I don't think so. It would be. And he has the rate to Toronto. Gary, about that one over there. Here you go, guys. It's time to go on the Frenchy Quiz of the night. And the last game we got in our tap win again is 16th time of the year to take the lead. Rand P won the contest last time with in our tap. And who is number 2, guys, on the leaderboard 4 on the 5? AK is not here tonight, is 8. It's tied with Gary Cournoyer. They are 2 and 3. And then we have RG Calabro at 7, Nicolas de Gauby-Bonneau at 6, Randy Walkman, Luc Lafortune are at 5. And then at 4, we have Luciano Graziano and A2 are at 4. This is the leaderboard of what we got on the paper here. I got everyone here on that one over there. Tonight, guys, we're going to go with 5 questions. Fun question tonight. And is it hard? I don't know. But don't forget, guys, to get on the likes. That'd be awesome. That'd be great about that one over there. Ready? Go 05. We don't talk about our dog, but we talk about Phil Cassell. Which answer below is not true about Phil Cassell's stat last year with the Vegas Golden Knights? 9.4% shooting, plus 9 takeaway differential, 12 even strength goal, 7 goal wrist shot, and 149 shot on the net. Which one of them is not true about Phil Cassell's stat with the Golden Knights last season, 2022-2023? Here we go. Good luck, everybody. Frankie, that's a good one. Easy quiz tonight, Woody. Yeah, look. That first question was easy. Ron, go with D. Luciano, go with B. Thank you so much, both of you. Don't forget, guys, we are back tomorrow night, 9 o'clock. Grand opening Tuesday night. We have Real Deal with C, Willie with B, Jose with E. Watch out in our tap, cheater. Claude with C, Nicolas with A, Francois with B, Leo Renault with A. We miss you, Francois, by the way. We really miss you. Hopefully, the schedule will be a little bit better for you during the season. But we miss you. Marco, A2, and Randy, all 3 go C, C, C. How about that? Frankie will go with D. Gros Bill. We did not hear about the Gros Bill tonight. Welcome, Gros Bill. Did I miss you? Gros Bill? Earlier, if I missed, I'm sorry. Welcome back in the house. Pierre Martin go with A. Gary Cornway go with E with 149. James, welcome in the house, James. Long time we don't see you. Thanks for being a part of the show with C. RG Calabro go with C. Chan to be coach Jose Duarte, not a problem. Best shot in the front of the barbecue, Francois Pitre. Here we go, guys. That was a people contest. We missed an tap. We apologize for missing our tap. Maybe that will give a chance for a little bit more people to win the contest tonight. About that one. Here we go, guys. The first answer of the night.
Oh my God!
Answer the guy is D. He did score 12 even strength goals out of 14, but he has 8 goal wrist shot, not 7. It was the winner of the night, guys. The first question, only 2. We have Frankie and Run with Kings. For all the you answer, we have the winner of the question number 1. We have to move on. Question number 2 of the night. Question number 2, guys. Among the players listed below, excluding Sidney Crosby, we know Sidney Crosby was the highest one, who has the most points as 18 years old in the salary cap era? McKinnon, Skinner, Nugent Hopkins, Patrick Laine, or Patrick Kane? Who has the most points at 18 years old? Good luck, everybody. No, coach, you did not miss me. I jumped in. Here we go. Glad to hear you, my friend. Don't forget to click on the likes and then you kiss the channel. Now that is gonna show up at question number 3. It will still win the about that one. Wow, +9 at differential. It was the differential, guys, about takeaway, not the minus. He got -7, Francois. I beat in our tap already. 7 hot dog at takeaway, Marco. Nicolas go with D. Ron with B. Francois Pitt with D. We have Jose with E. Arju with A. A2 with D. Willie Snyder with E. Marco with D. Real Deal with B. We have Léon Renault with B. Claude Richard with A. We wait for a few people to knock the door. Ron with Kings. Gary with B. Go Bill with A. Ron with King and Frankie. I did not get you guys. I don't. Oh yeah, Ron with 20 with B. Got it. And then Lucien with B. Gary with B. Jen with E. Miss Frankie. Frankie with A. Randy with E. All right. We got everything. Very interesting, guys. Skinner for real deal.
Oh my God!
He was a problem on that one. I trick you a little bit. I never do that. I never trick you. But here's the problem. Patrick Kane, he did not start his career at 18 years old. He started at 19 years old. So some of you answer E. Does not work. But if you answer D, you the winner of this question is Patrick Lane. 1 point over Skinner on that one. I think it was 64-63. And win that question, guy. Crooks with D. Sorry, coach. I go with D about that one over there. This one, guys, we got Nicolas, A2, Marco Larabi, and Francois Pitt. All of you are all D about that one over there. And then Luciano go with D, but we give him a 0.5. A 0.5 for Luciano on that one over there. And that's happening. Question number 2 of the 5. Let's move on. Question 3. Not an easy one, but how many points did Nathan MacKinnon accumulate in his last 409 game in NHL? His last 409 game in NHL. He played over 700 right now. How many points he did? 483, 503, 523, 553, or 573. Good luck, everybody. It's a tie, A2. Yes, a week jambon quiz like me. Got it, Francois. You did well. Thanks so much for the like, guys. Don't forget to click on the like. That'd be awesome. Try to reach 50. I should have been to the no show. Real deal. Here we go. Nicolas, go with C. Run with C. Jose with D. How many points Nathan MacKinnon did in the last 409 game? Real Deal go with E. Claude Richard go with C. Léon Renault go with B. Crocs go with B. Thanks so much for the likes. Pierre Martin go with D. And James Vizicki go with D. We have Francois Pitt, C. Willie Snyder, A. Gary Cournoyer, A. We have E2 go with E. Marco Larabi go with B. We're still missing Ron. We're still missing Frankie. Bill go with B. Ron go with C. I apologize, Ron. I still got you. Frankie, I'm missing Frankie about that one over there. Luciano Graziano, missing Luciano too. We'll wait a little bit more second, guys, before we get the answer of this one over there. Frankie, please, we need your answer. And Luciano, if you have one, that'd be awesome. RJ, we got B for you about that. We're going to wait 10 more seconds, guys, before we move on and see who is there. Frankie, go with D, and Ron, we can go with C. I got you, my friend, about that. I thought it was gold. I chant to D, Willie Snyder, about that one over there. Luciano, go with C. Very interesting, guys, about that one.
Oh my God!
And the answer of that one is another D. 553 points for McKinnon in the last 409 game. Frankie, they take the lead at 2. Good answer is the only one. But now we have José Duarte, Pierre Martin, and James score a goal, and Willie Snyder 0.5 after you decide to change your point at D. You got it, but 0.5 like Luciano Graziano. Let's move on, guys. Question number 4 of the 5. Among the list below, which active player has the most all-time point per game? Marner, Kucherov, Matthews, Panarin, or McKinnon? Among the list below, of course, which active players has the most all-time point per game? Here we go. Adam Berger. Welcome, Adam. Happy Labor Day weekend, my friend. Hopefully you're doing well. Don't forget to click on the likes. And we appreciate that. Hopefully you're doing well, Adam. We miss you, buddy. Hopefully you're starting to be ready for upcoming season and the school doing well over there. RJ, go with D. Panarin. Ron, go with B. Renault, go with B. José, go with C. Thanks so much, the likes. En plus, j'étais dans la question précédente, Nicolas. Willie, go with B. Thanks so much, Willie. James with B. Thank you so much, James and Willie. Gary, go with B. Rail deal with A. Bill with C. Claude Richard with B. Craig, go with B. Pierre Martin, go with E. Marco, go with E. Awesome. Let me know, Adam. Thanks so much. Frankie with B. And then Craig with B. Wait for many other people. If you don't give us an answer. A2. A2. Nicolas, did you give us an answer, Nicolas? Oh, yeah, it's a D. A2 get B. I got you. I got you guys. Here we go, guys. We have an answer on that one. Some people believe on this could be another D. What's not? The answer, guys, is Nikita Kucherov. And that's the leaderboard. Not really. Frankie is at 3, but Ron with Kings is at 2. We have James at 2. And then we have Luciano and Willie Snyder at 1.5. And then we have Claude Richard, Crocs, Leo Renault. And then Gary Conway scored a goal on that one, guys. One question to go before the end of this Frenchy Quiz. Who can win tonight? Who can tie the game? If Frankie is right, this show is over. Which NHL team has the most series win in the last 5 seasons in NHL? Edmonton, Montreal, Islanders, the St. Louis Blues, or the Boston Bruins? Which team has the most series win in the last 5 years in the playoff? I'm on the fire. I got 2 coach. Yes, Francois, you are on fire so far. You can tie the game, by the way. 45 likes, RJ. For me, I have 50. I don't know why. Encore une question? Oui. One more, Nicolas. La dernière. Après, tu peux aller te coucher, mon Nicolas. Oh, wait a minute. Now we have Nicolas B, A2A, Marco with C, Pierre Martin with A, Jose with E, Croc with C. Real Deal with E, Léo Renault with E, Claude Richard with E, Luciano with D, Frankie with D, Jane with E. Willie Snyder with D, Gary Conway with E, Bill with D. Damn, Frankie took D. François Pitt. Ron with King with C. François Pitt with C. RG with A. Let's see. RG with A. Here we go. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if the answer is D, Frankie won the contest 4 and 5. If it's wrong, Ron is right, or Francois is right, or Marco Larabie is right, or James is right. Not Marco, but James is right. They could be tied the game. Here we go. On that one, guys, is the D is answer, guys. This game is over. It's not. It's not D, it's C. We have a tie game tonight. François Pitre, first time of the summer, win the contest tonight. Frankie tied the game. Of course, he was already the leader. And then Ron with Kings win tonight for Ron with Kings. This is number second of the year for Mr. Ron with Kings. Congratulations, Ron with Kings. François Pitt, first time of the season at number 1. And for Frankie, I need to look about Frankie here. Frankie, is it the first time? I think it is. I think this is the first time for our friend Frankie. Am I right, Frankie? Can you confirm with me? But I believe, Frankie, you are the first time you win a contest tonight, guys, on that one over there. And Francois have 3 and 5. You nailed it, guys. What a great performance, guys, of everybody on the chat tonight, first of all. Congratulations, of course, the 3 winner of tonight, Mr. Frankie, Mr. François Pitt, double Frankie, by the way. And then, of course, Ron with Kings 20. Great job for everybody on that one over there. And we want to finalize the show, guys, to remind you, don't forget, we are back tomorrow night, 9 o'clock Eastern Time. It's Labor Day weekend. We stay a little bit longer tonight. We'll be back at 9 o'clock, like I said, tomorrow night. And then, of course, don't forget the grand opening of the show of the season number 4, Tuesday night at 9 o'clock Eastern Time. But what a great night. Yeah, it's my first time. Here we go, Frankie. That's to hear that. I was right. Really a great participation again tonight. And this concludes, guys, another great show of the Habs Nation. Hopefully you enjoy it. And don't forget to click on the likes. But we want to thank all the moderators. First of all, Ron with Luciano in our tap. But what about Jose Duarte, guys? Not only was there as a moderator, but he gave us the biggest number of the super shot of the season 2023 with $100. I just want to you, Jose, thanks so much. Really deep and really nice from you. I'm really grateful and thankful to have you inside of the family. And of course, all the people in the chat, welcome back. Many of you was missing you for a long time. We feel the hockey is back now, right? And thanks to be with us, of course, to be great in the chat with respect, with changing you knowledgeable about hockey. That's the most important thing. That's conclude the show tonight. But before we leave, we invite you one more time to remind you this one. You are awesome. You are amazing. You are the best. And remember, you have greatness inside of you. Yes, you have greatness inside of you, like we do every single night. You make a big friend inside of this family, Hockey Nation Show. And we want to thank everybody, of course, an amazing great night. Don't forget, we are back at tomorrow night, 9 o'clock, Tuesday, the Grand Opening, and of course, the new show of the Habs Wednesday night. Cannot tell you what is going to be the name. Until then, my friend, we wish you an amazing rest of your Labor Day weekend. Enjoy the rest of the next couple of hours. Sweet dream. And of course, be well, BL. Find a way not only dominate your day, but find a way to dominate the second half of what, coach? Oh no, Nicola, or maybe Willie, or maybe RJ is going to say to you, 2023. An amazing great night, everybody. Of course, our Canadiens said one more thing. We love you, people. Good night, everyone. Good night, Jose. Nicola, 2024. Willie, Nicola, here we go. Francois. Hopefully next try to be there next weekend. I look forward, Francois. See you next week, my friend. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Always a pleasure, Frankie. Ron, great job, my friend. And after Ron, share the wealth. Here we go in our tap. Have an amazing, great night in our tap. RJ, have a good night, buddy. Speed recovery. Jose, prayer, thought about you. Real deal, RDP in Newfoundland. Enjoy the rest of the weekend over there. Thanks so much, everybody, to be a part of the show tonight. Crocs, vive le hockey. Bien sûr. Bien sûr. Have a good night, everybody. Oh, 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 oh. Booyah!